Okay, I've got my little soft trainers on because this floor's freezing today. Okay, so I don't know if Chloe's coming or not, but Chloe, I'll send you, this is for you, honey. I've pressed record, how about your hand? So we'll do lots of nice work today, but we will focus a little bit on the hip flexors. So without further ado, let's take ourselves into a lovely, lovely warrior pose. And what I want you to do is really come in as low into that warrior pose as you can. Yeah, so obviously still make sure the knee is just tracking the ankle, but you should be able to feel this inner thigh area. Push into it, really push in. Have a little, almost like a little bounce, just to warm up a bit. A little bounce. And then bring the leg straight and then bend it again. And for 2. And for 3. For 4, I think Helen will walk in midway, guys, so apologies, but she's stuck in round a park or something. And 2, and 1, and then again over like we always do, but really try and reach. Yeah, don't just kind of do this. And 4, and 3, 2, and then over, reach, reach, reach. Bend into it, so you're feeling that inner thigh. This is for you, Chloe. I can't see Chloe, but I recognise the carpet. And a rug, and gently up. Well done. So again, really deeper than you would normally come into a warrior pose. Really deep into it. A little bit of a bounce. Yeah, feel this groin area. And then gently back up. And round. Whoop! I forgot what we're doing there. I'm almost too deep into it. And for 3, for 4, 4 more, 4. It's December, ladies. 2, and 1, and over, and over, and over, and over. I feel so blessed. I've got so many wonderful friends and family, but when it comes to Christmas, I'm like, bloody hell. I've got a lot to buy for. And then bring it in again, reach, 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 so you're feeling that inner thigh area. Take a beautiful breath in. And again. And then gently up. And then keep them legs as wide as you can. So when you come into like a roll down, you're not only feeling it in the hamstrings, but also in the groin, inner thigh. Take the hips back, keep the back nice and straight. And just gently, gently roll down towards the floor. Fingertips, palms, or you may get head, depending on how flexible you are, I guess. And just have a little rock, forwards and back. So don't take the foot away, but just rock into the heel, rock into the ball of the foot, forwards. Where are you feeling that stretch? Is it in the inner thigh? Is it in the hamstrings? Is it all down the leg? That made me laugh when I sent that message saying, what do people want to work on? You're like, everything. And then take both hands to one foot or a shin if you can't reach the foot. Let the head hang towards the knee. Again, just hold. So this is a little bit more for the inner thigh as opposed to the hip flexors, but we'll do some stuff for that as well in a sec. And then take it to the other side. So hopefully you are facing the camera, guys. If not, just turn so you are and then come into like a very deep, low lunge position. So your hands hopefully will touch the floor. So this is more hip flexor. Now there's a couple of ways of doing it depending on your balance. The easiest way is to take the knee to the floor and then come up so you're on an angle. Can you see? I'm not directly upright like this, I'm on an angle. Reach forward and tuck the tailbone under. Reach up so you are stretching the whole of like your big hip flexor muscle, the psoas. If you ever look for it, Google it, guys, it's got a silent P, so it's PSOAS. And then just hold, really push out. I didn't think I was tight in my hip flexors, but I clearly am. Hold that position. If you want to work slightly harder, you can bring the knee away, but gosh, that's tough. Hold, can you see I'm having a bit of a shake on? Take both hands back down, come back into that straddle position, come onto the other side. Yeah, so again, the easiest one is to take the knee down to the floor, tuck the tailbone, reach up. You can reach over as well. Or like I say, you can come, she says, lift, but you need a lot of strength to do this one. And the knee's bent, but it's, you know, obviously still on that deep angle. Take it back down again, come to the other side again, into that deep straddle position. Should feel a bit easier. Hold. And then gently start bringing the feet back together. Bring the hands away if you need to. Bend the knees and gently up. Beautiful. Let's do that one more time. Okie dokie. So legs nice and wide. The wider you go, the further you will get down and the more you will feel the inner thighs. If you're not enjoying these, blame Chloe. Take the hips back, chin to chest, gently down. You can't blame Chloe for anything, she's just far too asleep. And then just gently let the head hang. And again, just a little bit forward and back. So my inner thighs already feel that bit better. Just forward and back, rocking, rocking, rocking. And then to one side. Again, just let the head hang. So obviously this is a little bit more through the hamstrings as well, and the inner thigh area. See if you can turn yourself again into that lunge position. Bring the knee down, up, reach up, tuck the tailbone. Should feel easier already. Or if you want to give yourself a balance, you can come up like this. But again, oof, heck of a stretch. Heck of a stretch. Hold. We're going to take it into from the hip flexor on the back leg into the hamstrings on the front leg. Take it down, straighten that leg, take the hips backwards, chin to chest, and just gently start rolling. Yeah. This is quite a deep stretch, certainly for me. I am generally tighter for the back leg than the front. Beautiful hamstring stretch. Flexing the foot, so toes towards you, so you're feeling it more in the calf as well. Hold. Well done. Back up. Just bring your knee like this to come to the other side. And again, hold. Reach up, or high lunge. Low lunge, sorry, not high lunge. Low lunge. Hold. And again, better. Reach if you want, or just keep it down. There's always a jury out when people say, how beneficial are stretches? To me, they're massively beneficial. Straight, hips back, because you find that the more you do them, the less tight you feel. So if you're working your muscles super hard, they get tight, they get strong and tight, which means they need, obviously, to stretch out. And beautiful. Back to centre, so you should be in a kneeling position now. Take it into a cow to cat pose. So stick your bum up towards the ceiling. Take a beautiful breath in. Round. Letting the chin drop. Go the other way. We won't do our usual calf raises today. And then back. We'll work more on the front chain, not the posterior chain. And then again, 2 more. Last one. back to neutral. Take the right foot back, so you're in a half plank, I guess, and then the left foot, so you're in a full plank. Take the hips nice and high, walk the hands back, so you're in a downward dog. Take the right heel down, and the left. The right, and the left. Right, left, right, left. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take both heels together. Draw the belly in and gently back. Softening through the knees. Let everything just hang. La, 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 la. And slowly up. Oh, I feel well and truly stretched. And then just have a little circle. So sometimes lower back pain can come from tight hammies, tight butt, but often it does come from the hips as well. Yeah, so just remember that. So we're just going to do a little bit of strength work. We'll do another hip flexor stretch at the end. But let's just take it into some strength more. So into our squat position. So shoulders down, tight through the tummy. Take the hips back and gently down, nice and wide. Nice sumo squat. We went out to watch a band with Sinead. I don't know if some of you know Sinead. On Wednesday. Hi darling. And the guy that was in the bar, what was he called? Brody, I think. I was saying to Helen yesterday, he was the most flexible guy. He was dancing. I swear to God, his bum was touching the floor when he was. It looks nice, darling.
Oh, this is the natural state.
It looks nice.
Just because
I killed mine last night and I've never matched. I said, oh, it looks lovely, but this morning I brushed it, forgot I'd curled it. I look like crystal tips.
Well, this is it. I don't like my hair like this. It just goes.
Oh, and it's nice.
It's just the humid air, not cold wet air.
Yeah. And 8 more. You've just missed some very deep, lovely. Well, I don't know if they were lovely, but very deep hip flexor stretches and hammies. So if you tie it over Christmas, hopefully it'll be on YouTube. And 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we'll keep away, Chloe, we'll keep away from flexion, guys. Flexion obviously will tighten everything. We're going to do more extension work. So I just want you to pick up a weight if you've got one. Grab hold of something to hold on to if you need to. So we're just into a bit of our strength section. Yeah? So we're going to again come into just a nice kind of straight position. Weight slightly forward, then heel. So you want the weight forward, and again we're just going to come into that lunge. If you need this to hold on to, that's fine. Just gently down. We're just going to do 10, 9. So if your back leg's nice and long, you're still getting a bit of a stretch for that. Weight slightly forwards. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then come onto that front leg, soften through the knees and just take it into a front raise and a back leg extension. So obviously stretching a bit more through the front leg, back leg, sorry, and working more the bum.
I did message you, I don't know if you got one.
I just saw something about Ranky Park. Yeah, don't worry about it.
I met with Grace, she sends a little. She must book in for some more one-to-one.
Yeah, bless her. 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. And then take that back heel down, weight slightly forward into tricep. Weight comes to the inner rib cage. Out. Back in. Nice and slow. 2. Back in. 3. 4. Gosh, I'm warm now, Helen. I was freezing when I came here, but I'm warm.
It's cold today.
Yeah, it's cold out. 6, 5, 4, 3, done. Switch sides. So again, with a lunge, you want to try and have that back leg. A lot of people have it too far forward. Nice back leg, weight slightly forward, so you're working into the bum and getting a bit more of a stretch for this side. I can't remember which arm I did that one, I think. And again, 2, 8, 7, 6, keep that elbow glued in, try and control your weight. This is a bit lighter than I normally use, but you need to really control it. 4, 3, 2, 1, well done. Come forward, soften that front knee, lift the back leg, and just lift. Squeeze your butt. Squeeze, keep the core tight. Whenever you go into hip extension, there's always that risk, obviously, of the back, so just really tighten the glutes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back heel down. Weight slightly forward still. Hand into tricep. Nice and high with your arm. Bend at the elbow. You shouldn't see the weight in the front of the body. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Just place your weight down nice and soft. We're going to lift it up again in a sec. Just have a little circle and circle back. I just want to do a little bit. I said I'm not going to do calf raises. We'll just do a couple just to warm up the shoulders before we lift the weight into abduction. So again, just come. You don't have to come up into calf raise. Turn the palms up, lift, lower and down. Sometimes if you lift weights first without mobilising through the shoulder, it might just pull a little bit. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Similar, but then forwards, retract, out, lower. That didn't work. Out, that's it, and lower. Find your rhythm. Oh, whatever you feel like doing. And again, 5. I do this every time, don't I, Serena? Right, when am I coming up on my toes? And for 3, 2, and 1. Well done. And then again, nice and softly, pick your weight up, and let's take it into abduction. So take one foot out to the side, keep the shoulders down. So remember, weight's really, really good for just stopping the risk of osteoporosis, and then just lift. So we want to strengthen, lower. Go easy. If you find it too hard, then you can obviously just think about resisting your own body weight. So I can feel my deltoid shoulder muscles working like this, even though I've not got a weight, as opposed to doing that. Yeah. Let's do 8. Let's do 7, 6, 5, 4. Oh, I've got an eye test today. What on earth made me book an eye test in the middle of town at 3 o'clock, a couple of weeks before Christmas? And 1. Well done. Switch out. Well, I just can't. It's at Specsavers and I can't bear going up to Crossgates. I just hate that.
There's one at Crown Point.
Is there?
Mind you, it's a bit of a faff to get there, but
I know, Crown Point, weather
outside.
can be, traffic can be awful there, can't it?
Yeah.
I need a couple of, Finn wants, he's off today, he's got a training day, so he wants some trainers for Christmas, so A lot to take in with it.
I took Ida to a White Rose last night.
Did you?
She wanted to go to Primark. I thought, I don't want to go into town after school.
Yeah.
And the traffic, I knew the traffic would be a bit annoying, but at least once you're there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're there. And 1. Well done, guys. Good work. So all we're going to do, one more. Take the weight in towards the opposite rib cage. Elbow glued in, so don't do this. Nice control. Keep that elbow glued in. Out. In. 2. Not a difficult one really. Internal, external rotation. 4 more. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Well done. Other side. If you're not feeling your weight, so abduction is obviously much harder than this one. So you sometimes good to have a couple of different size weights. So this one I could probably do a kilo or 2 more, but abduction it's enough. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done, fabulous. Place it down, we'll just stretch it out. So keep the shoulders down, take the arm in front, into that lovely deltoid stretch. Remember the one that goes underneath, pulls it across. Well done, the hand that's at the top, take it up, push into the inner shoulder blades and push down with the other one. Well done, and the other side, and in. And then out, push in. What time's Liz's operation, do you know?
I don't know actually.
She rung early, texted early this morning, didn't she? And she doesn't wake up early normally, Liz, so I bet she's gone in. I think she texted about 7:20, something like that. And then just circle. Oh. And we'll just do Itb stretch, so lift up, really reach, so you're feeling the side. My lats are tight today, and then over. And then down, take the hips back, chin to chest, gently down. Let everything just hang, really kind of like a rag doll, just let your arms and your hands just hang loosely. Take some lovely breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, in, out. Last one, breath in, and gently up. Did you get in touch with Liz, Helen?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
good, because
no,
Darren's back today, and gently up.
Funnily enough, because I came here early and parked outside your house to meet Grace in the park.
Oh,
and I was
right,
getting out my car and Mace was getting in his and he went, oh, I'll be up to see yours today.
Oh, good.
No, it's fine, I could tell he'd been because the bracket had been fitted on the drain pipe and the guttering is not pouring.
Yeah, but it's still dripping.
So I thought, I didn't know if he knew
Yeah.
that, you know, maybe what he'd done hadn't quite, but he said no, it was really difficult. And
yeah, Darren's back today as well. And then gently down.
It's interesting though because Mason said, oh, we can get it sorted, blah blah blah, because I had another guy out.
Yeah.
Who was recommended, and it was going to be $2,000 to replace all the guttering.
Yeah. Oh, they'll try it on roofers. And gently up. Luckily, not my, they wouldn't dare be my friends. Well done, guys. Good work. Let's come down to the floor. Gosh, sure we're up a long time today, won't we? I said if they don't like all the deep stretches, they have to blame Chloe. Okay, so let's come down onto the floor and let's start with just doing a nice hip flexor stretch. So if you take your feet, it's not the most ladylike position this I'm afraid, but if you take your feet really nice and wide off the mat, so much wider than the mat, and then all we're going to do, so ideally you want to start leading with the hip as opposed to the knee. So you just internally rotate the right foot inward, so the foot comes off from the floor, and you're aiming to get that knee to the mat. Now, if you're tight, you might not get it there. Yeah, a lot of people don't. My right one goes down easy enough, and it's just a really, it shouldn't be a deep stretch, but if you put your hand kind of on your hip area, pelvis area, you should feel just that gentle stretch, and just hold. And then gently back to centre. Now my left one generally doesn't touch. Yeah, it's nearly about that much away. And that's because my right hamstrings are very tight, so my hip flexors are pretty good on that side. So you tend to find if you're tight through the back leg, you won't be through the front. Not always, some people are unlucky and tight through both. And then back again, and then one more time, take it over. Just see, in fact we'll do it 2 more times, just see if you can get a little bit closer to the mat each time. And again, also get a little bit of a spinal stretch as well. Back again. And the other side. So when I ask for things to work on, guys, you've got to be quick, you know. Because sometimes if you say abdominals, you'll be like, just, you know, you'll get it. Okay, well done. Bring it back in and just take the soles of the feet together and just open up the chest. So really just take the palms up to ceiling, have that big length through the collarbones. You can have a little butterfly kind of, what's the word? Just a pulsing action, I guess, with the knees. Again. And today we're going to do, I'm going to take you into roll up if you want to do it. If not, no problem at all, I'll give you another one to do. But instead, if the hip flexors are tight, then instead of straightening the legs like we normally do in roll up, which obviously will lengthen the back of the legs and tighten a bit through here, have a bit of softness. So first of all, we're just going to do chest lift. So I just want you to find that pelvic tilt. So find the neutral spine. Don't have the imaginary drinks ticking forward. Don't have the lower back squeezing into the mat. Just nice, general, neutral. Yeah, tray of drinks, completely stable. Take your hands underneath your head, interlink your fingers. Basic chest lift can be really beneficial if you do it correctly. So push the ribs in and down. Don't let the ribs come away from the mat, but don't let the lower back start squeezing in and tucking when you come up. So you're keeping neutral, elbows into your peripheral view. Chin towards the chest. We're just going to lift for 1, 2, 3, and then I want you to take your hand and just make sure you've got that tiny little gap, yeah? And that you haven't done that when you've come up. We're not working in imprint, we're working in neutral. Gently back down again. Try to keep the head elevated a little bit, don't bring it all the way to the mat. Lift up again, 1, 2, 3, hold. Lower back down. And again, 1, 2, 3. Lower back down. I love this exercise if you do it right. Then let's see if you want to progress it. Bring the right leg up and the left leg. Again, neutral spine, not imprint, but obviously not arched as well. Find that perfect position, elbows in your peripheral view. Lift, 1, 2, 3, hold. Gently back down. And again, 1, 2, 3. Gently down. And again, my legs are shaking today. 1, 2, 3, on the way. If it's too much, take the feet back down. If you want to progress it, take one leg out. And again, 1, 2, 3. Back down, really just progress it a lot this one. 1, 2, 3. Down. 1, 2, 3. Down. down, bring it back in, take the other leg out. And again, 1, 2, 3, really think of that zipping action. So you want that navel squeezing into the backbone. Again, back down, 1, 2, 3, back down, and then just give them a little squeeze. So I want you to either repeat that for the duration of me doing roll up. Now, if you don't want to do roll up, you can pick your level, feet down, legs in tabletop. I'd much rather that one, if you kind of, ooh, it feels really uncomfortable, go back to that one or go back to the floor. Okay, if you want to do roll up with me, take your legs so they're kind of, they're bent, the knees are bent in a 3/4 kind of position. Take your arms backwards, take a beautiful breath in. This is supposed to be a modification of roll up. I find it harder. So breath in through the nose, chin towards the chest, ribs down, reach up. It's harder, isn't it? Once you've done a few, it's not too bad. So sometimes I like to put my heels on the floor. I find that a bit easier. I find it a bit hard to keep the feet flat. Draw the belly in, roll down. Gently take a breath in, chin towards the chest, reach up. Yeah, it gets easier the second or third time. And again, and it's always harder from getting on up from the floor. And again. So you're kind of not flexing in this one. You're doing your nice C curve. But you're reaching. Obviously, if you prefer, and if you've tighter through the back legs, then you might want to go into a straight leg. And let's do 6 more. There's 6. Again, draw in. I'll say, just in case Angela and Chloe, I know you said you might have to go a bit early, guys, I'll say bye, have a lovely weekend. See you tomorrow, Chloe. 2 more. 2. And 1. And gently down. Well done, just hug again, knees into chest, so good old stretch of that lower back. Well done, and let's just do some nice supine. Sometimes when you've done quite a deep stretch session, the back can just feel a little bit tender, so we'll just do some nice supine spine. So again, try and work in neutral all the time. So when you bring the knees back to centre, try and have that little gap underneath the lower lumbar spine. So squeeze the legs together, take the knees, listen to your body, take the knees to the right, the head to the left. Yeah, inhale, let the belly rise. Exhale, let that belly come back down. Use the abdominals to bring your knees back to centre and the other direction. Inhale, let the belly rise. Exhale, draw the tummy in, back to centre. If you like that feeling today, the back feels a bit tender, keep it, or you can come and do the same in tabletop. This time we're not doing belly breath, so we're just keeping the navel to spine at all times. Glue the legs together, inhale, take the knees to the right, the head to the left. Exhale, centre, try and keep the shoulder blades down. Try and keep the shoulders down. And the other side. Use the abdominals to bring the knees back to centre. And again. Really weird, I don't know why my legs are shaky today. And then back. If you want, if that's too much, take the feet back down if you want to progress it again. Inhale, take the knees to the right. Lengthen the legs. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, centre. And again, touching. Men find this impossible, they can't keep their knees touching. Maybe it's their anatomy. Never thought about it before. And then back.
It's really funny because Ellis was in the front of the car with me the other day and I thought, for the first time I keep noticing he sits with his legs wide apart.
Yeah, so funny.
Such a male
Isn't
man stance.
Yeah,
you know, it's such a... And little boys don't sit like that.
No, they don't, that's true. And one more each side. Back to centre, the other side. Well done, and gently down. And then we'll stick with that lovely kind of lengthening the hip area. So, let's come into our bridge. So we're going to just lengthen through the front of the chest again, open up the collarbones, shoulder blades nice on the mat. Feet a little bit closer to your bum, so you're working the bottom a little bit. Take a breath in through the nose, close your eyes, visualise your vertebra. Gently roll the lower back into the mat, start lifting the bottom, lifting the lower back. Nice gentle movement. Send your knees really long, the hips are high. And all we're going to do is tuck the tailbone. So tuck the tailbone and think about what happens when you do that. So when you tuck the tailbone under, your bottom starts to work hard. The hamstrings do as well. But you're getting that nice length for the front of the hip area. Just hold, a little bit of endurance. Take a breath in. And slowly lower down, bone by bone. Beautiful, let's do everything super slow, super precise, back to neutral. Let's go again, breath in, gently roll the lower back into the mat, start lifting your bottom, lifting your lower back, your mid-back, sending the knees nice and long. And this time we'll work the bum a bit more, so what I want you to do is tuck the bum under, so you're going into that imprint position, lengthening the thighs, working the butt, and then just come back to neutral. It's just a tiny little move, it's like a little pulse. Yes, so you tuck under, release, tuck under, release, tuck under, release, and again. If you go for long walks or you're a runner, this is a nice exercise to do before you go, so you're firing the glutes up, not just working the legs. And again for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Take a breath in, slowly lower, back down, bone by bone. And well done, one more time, breath in through the nose. Gently roll the lower back into the mat, start lifting back up into your bridge position. And this time, we're going to just tuck under a little bit, and I want you to slightly elevate the right hip bone up. So slightly hitch up and back, and 3, and back, and 4, the other side. Left hip raises, 2, 3, keep the bum tucked, 4, 2 on the other side, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, take a breath in, and slowly down. The psoas muscle, the only muscle that links the upper and lower body, I've got a full book on it actually, and then bring it in. It's responsible for so much in the body, like spiritually, your chakras, all kinds of, so we want to really kind of try and stretch it out. And just pull in. And then again, just take it into a little bit of a butterfly stretch again. Just open up the chest again. Take a beautiful breath in, let the belly rise. husband's very noisy today, isn't he? And then come over onto your side. We're going to do a little bit of side leg, but we're going to work very much in trying to lengthen the front, work the booty. So instead of doing it in a parallel kind of the thigh in line with the hip bone, I want you to really draw the belly in, pick up the bottom waist and take that leg backwards without the back arching, yeah? So we're not pushing forward. So from that position, all you're doing is moving the leg back. You will work the bum stretch here. Point the foot, which works the back even more, the back leg. Drop and lift. Drop and lift. Don't let the waist drop. I was just saying to the girls, you know, I went out for my mum's birthday last night, Helen.
Oh yeah.
It was alright.
Cross gates you want?
Yeah, but my two brothers are like chalk and cheese. Like literally. One of them's like dead, Darren, one of them's like dead giddy. They've just got back from Mexico. They were still in holiday mode, drinking copious amounts of wine. And my other brother's with Sue, obviously, so he's got loads on his mind. They're quite, yeah, they were like, worst pizza I've ever had that. It's like, oh God. And for 10.
I hate that responsibility of
I know. I booked Harvey Nick's for us years ago. It was Martin and our favourite restaurant. We've never had a bad meal there. Oh, and all they did were mow and all night, and I was like, I'm not doing it again.
No,
I'm just not doing it.
I think if you've not booked it, don't comment. It's
Yeah,
not fair.
exactly. Yeah, I know. 4, 3. You can't please everyone, can you? Me and Mace, nobody would. Yeah, Darren and Cheryl thought theirs were lovely. Me and Mace had a lovely meal. We had the same. We had like salmon fillet. It sounded a bit weird, like in a cream and orange, like a creamy orange sauce, but it was only really subtle orange, but it were gorgeous. But yeah,
What did your mum have?
My mum's were like, too much sauce on it. In fairness to her, she had pork, it said it were pork medallions in like this creamy mushroom sauce, and medallions are quite fat, aren't they, and juicy, and it were really thin pork,
like
and
a scallop.
Yeah, but really skinny, like pieces, so we're a bit dry. But yeah. And minestrone soup she had, which wasn't what she imagined. And they'll come onto your back and just bless her. He gave her a bottle of wine. She said, I don't know whether you drink wine as a birthday present.
Aww.
I said, well, it were a nice thing. And then just push that inner knee away. Just feel. So we're just going to do this. We're going to do the glute on the other side. And then just a little quad stretch. And then just because we have worked the hamstrings quite hard today, just take the leg up, just flex and point, flex and point. I've dragged these leggings out, I've realised they're like my summer ones, my legs, so you've got 3/4 ones.
I know.
These are really short though, these. They'd be like cycling shorts on you, Zoe Chloe. And then bring it to the other side. So again, keep that waist lifted, that bottom knee just bent. And then again, lift the leg just into parallel, normal hip, and then bring it backwards, pointing the foot, working the booty. Drop and lift. Drop and lift. And for 2, 3, 4. Chloe's had to leave actually. She's working now, ain't she, bless her?
What's she doing?
She's working for the NHS, so she's brilliant. She manages to do quite a lot of classes, you know, when the mums kind of logging on and stuff, but she sort of sometimes has a meeting about 20 past 10. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done, and then just bring that heel into butt. Oh, that feels good. Pulling that thigh backwards. Did you pick them close up, Helen?
Yeah, I've brought them in. So
Oh,
you
yeah.
want to look, I don't know if I've got time.
Yeah, if you are. Yeah. And then onto your back, and again, just nice little glute stretch, push that knee away.
I didn't meet her, it was her husband, he had big headphones on, he said, sorry, I'm on a call.
Oh,
Just
did you? Whereabouts was it, babe?
Legit Park Avenue.
Is that just near the tennis courts? That street off there? Or further?
Further than that.
Further.
Yeah, I went past St Edmunds.
Ah, right, yeah. Yeah, it's quite a long road, isn't it, I think?
Yeah.
And then just point and flex, guys, into that really nice hamstring stretch.
I'm really bad around there. The roads are just all look the same.
Yeah, they do.
I just get really confused.
Yeah, there's the drive, isn't there, and the this and the
Yeah.
that. Yeah, the view. And fabulous. Then come over onto your front. And again, we're just going to push the pubic bone down into the mat. One final kind of quad hip area stretch, and just bring that heel into bum. Should feel really quite easy after them hip flexor stretches, unless you're super tight. Push the pubic bone down into the mat to increase the stretch. You can always bring the thigh away, but I know for some people this is tough. And then gently down. The other side, just pull the heel in, push the pubic bone down. Just feel the nice deepish stretch. Just shows you I'm normally really talented in this, but we did loads at the beginning. And then just come to sit into your shell stretch, just to stretch that back. And just have a little glide in action, like this. And take both hands round to one side, take the top hand, reach it. So hopefully you've enjoyed it, guys. If sometimes people, when you do deep stretches with them, they almost find it harder than doing kind of a more of a strength session. So if you were super tight today, it might be showing where you were. So just, I love this stretch because I feel it right through my rib cage and that mid-thoracic spine. And then come to the other side, and then reach. You and Martin. Martin's always having a go at Finn for something. And then come up.
It's like our bedroom is above the kitchen, and of an evening, Richard and Ellis will often be in the kitchen just chatting, and I think it's the bass of their voices.
Yeah, Martin's got a really deep voice.
And they can be talking, I can hear that they're talking quietly, but God, it just is annoying.
When we were at the dinner table yesterday, Martin was going, something to Finn, eat slow, do this, and Finn's like, why are you always on at me, Dad? And then take it up. He is really easy though to get annoyed at. And then gently back. He never stops talking, Helen. And then up. Thank you so much. I'll just turn this on.